Hello and welcome to Gadget Joe, and today we have a little portable solution for your Wi-Fi needs. So in today's video we're taking a look at a little 4G portable hotspot by the company known as Strong. Now Strong is a name that is really sort of generating some steam in the marketplace currently by producing some really solid offerings in terms of communications, networking and security. We're going to be seeing them a lot more on the channel as well because we have been sent a few of their products, and then hopefully once those have been covered we should hopefully get some more products into review as well. So this is basically a 4G portable hotspot, and what that means is effectively it's a portable router, portable modem. So the modem or router or wireless router, whatever you want to call it, at home that you have provides the internet for all the devices that you have at home. Now obviously that's all well and good, but when you go away, if for example if you go on a holiday, you go to stay in a nice hotel, or you go camping, or you've got a camper van, or you're going out and about for work, you can't always take that strong network connectivity with you, and then you're going to be relying on your mobile data. You can always hotspot your data from your phone, but that's a bit finicky, and usually the data plans on most phones don't come with a great deal of data enough to hotspot multiple devices. And this is pretty much a solution for that. This is effectively designed to be the portable modem, portable router, whatever you want to call it, that you can take on holiday or away with you. So this would provide the internet to any devices. In fact, it can provide internet up to 10 devices at the same time. Something that's going to be a much more beneficial thing to do than hotspotting off your phone and obviously eating your battery from your phone. It does feature a battery in this, obviously. It is a 2100 milliamp hour battery, which should hopefully give you about 8 hours of intensive use. So before we go into too much of the details, we're going to look at the box and see what's inside. Now the box is presented quite nicely. It is quite bright and colourful with plenty of information along the sides, and obviously on the back with some key information about the specifications of the device. On the front you have an image of the device itself and a few of the key features. What we're going to do now is open it up and see what you get inside. So to start with, you get two boxes. One of them contains the actual device itself, which we'll take a look at very shortly, and then this one provides you with the user manual and a warranty sheet included, and also a little sticker that you can stick either on the device itself or wherever you're going to be, just basically providing you all the credentials you need to connect any of your devices to this hotspot. Now you can use a QR code, which is what a lot of modern hotspots or routers or modems do. They utilize the QR code to automatically connect it to the device without having to put all the password in with uppercase, lowercase, all the figures and all that lot. So this is quite a handy little thing to have. I would probably personally stick it on the back of the device so that you know where it is at all times. So in the rest of it you get the device itself, and obviously it is a nice tiny little compact device. Now it's not an incredibly high powered device, it's a 4G enabled device, so it doesn't take advantage of 5G technology, which is currently the fastest form of mobile internet available. But with that said, the 4G capabilities of this device will allow you to get up to 150 megabytes of speeds, which should be more than enough to do what you need to do. That would be ideal for connecting a TV so that you can watch your streaming services like Netflix, YouTube and so on, and alternatively doing some light gaming on your mobile or on your laptop. It's going to be more than enough for what you need. Now, as I mentioned earlier, it will connect up to 10 different devices. I will put up on the screen now some of the key information about the different forms of connectivity of this device. So as you can see, it is a very simple device. Now the device itself is quite compact, it's nice and light, it weighs in at 150 grams. Now it is nice and easy to hold, it's a very compact device, it's a bit smaller than a standard mobile phone. Obviously you can get some really large phones, but this is pretty much a nice pocketable size, a nice palm size device, coming in at 92 millimeters tall, 58 millimeters wide, and they do say on the website for some reason that it's 5 millimeters deep, but this is clearly more than 5 millimeters deep. I'd probably say it's more about maybe 10 or 12 millimeters deep, but that's not a problem. That's still a very nice compact device. You do have a little rubber ring going around it, which almost works as a gasket. Now this isn't claimed to be waterproof or weatherproof in any way, shape or form, but having that little rubber seal does help connect and close the gaps there on the actual device to help with any dust or anything like that. And I would imagine and probably dare say that it could probably resist the odd splash or two. Now with that said, don't go dunking it in any water because it will definitely 100% break the device. Now it does charge via micro USB, and unfortunately that's something I wish would change. It's quite an old, outdated connectivity source, but it does include a micro USB cable in the box so that you have one ready to go. And it's just a bit of an outdated service. It does work, it does what it needs to do. It only operates on 5-volt power, so it should be more than enough to keep this going for some time. But again, maybe in some future iterations, it'd be nice to see a USB Type-C port there. Now, the advantage of obviously plugging it in means that you have continuous power to the device, so you don't have to take advantage of that 2100 milliamp hour battery. The 2100 milliamp hour battery is ideal so that if you are camping and you don't have a power source, you can simply power this up, and then you've got internet for up to 10 devices for what is claimed as to be 8 hours. But generally speaking, if you're in a caravan, you probably plug this in, connect it into the corner. It does have a built-in antenna to connect to the wireless services. Now when it comes to networks for the device, it will take absolutely any network on it, and it is powered simply by opening the case as you see here, and it is powered by a micro or nano SIM technology, so a standard SIM card basically. You do also get included in the box, which is nice to see, a nano SIM adapter. This allows you to convert any SIM into a nano SIM or a micro SIM to basically make sure that you've got the correct size SIM for your device. All you need to do then is take the said SIM that you're going to be using for the device, lift up this little lock in the corner here, place your SIM down. It is a little bit fiddly because it is quite small, but once you've got it in, you just push the lock down and it is secured into place. All you then do is make sure that the contacts line up on the battery, put it into position, and then close the whole device, keep hold of a power button, and you're good to go. Now, one key thing to notice in here is that for some reason there is a micro SD card slot, and I really don't know why that's in there. I can't really see any fathomable reason for that to be in there other than maybe potentially for flashing any BIOS on it. But again, that's not really something that you would need to be doing, so I'm not too sure why it's there. It's quite reminiscent of one of the original old mobile phones back from when I was a bit younger. There is also some information in the back as well, including the password for the device, but again, you can get that from the sticker here as well, and it also displays it on the screen. Now when it comes to choosing a SIM for this, you're going to have to take a few things into consideration before you do opt to choose for probably what's the best deal to get unlimited data, which I would recommend a high gigabyte data plan. A lot of them do feature unlimited data plans for around £20–25. You can get some quite cheaper as well. What you're going to need to take into consideration is wherever you're going, there will be limited signal based on the network provider that you choose. So for example, O2 might not work in some spaces, whereas Vodafone might work in that space. So again, before you go anywhere and you really want to look into taking some risk to get some internet, you're going to have to do a little bit of research to work out what network is going to be best for where you are. Once everything's all connected, everything should be ready to go. It does have a little display on the front as well that can show you how many devices are connected to the hotspot, and also the battery status indicator here. You have information such as the service time and obviously the data transfer rates that are on there, and also the data used. You do also have some information including the signal strength at the top. If you double click that, it will give you the password on the front, and then if you double click that again, it will show you the QR code on the device so that you can then scan that in on any devices that you wish to connect. Now, when it comes to connecting it to the internet initially, sometimes you might encounter an error. All you have to do then is, if you've got the SIM card in and for example there's no network on the device at all you have to do is connect it to a computer or a mobile phone, go into the internet browser on the phone or the computer, type in 192.168.188.1 and it will come up with the strong admin page for the router. very similar to how it would work on a home router. And this way you can then change any of your information on your hardware, on your device. It's such as changing the password for the Wi-Fi connectivity. You can also check any key information about the device, so you can change any of the settings through that. But once you've applied all the settings on that, the internet should be working just fine on your device. And that's pretty much it. There's not a great deal I can really talk about with a device like this. It's ideal for going out and about. I have had this running in the car, which is why it looks a little bit grubby. It's been sort of in my pocket, thrown around a little bit, and sort of all over the place, and it's obviously been ideal for what we need. We have had it running out and about in different parts of the countryside around where we live, and it's always provided the internet for my kids' devices on every occasion, and we've always had internet, so it's a really invaluable little tool. You can pick these up currently for between probably £35 and maybe £50, and then take into consideration you're going to have to get a SIM card as well. The SIM card you can usually pick up for free, or 79p, 99p from supermarkets, and then you have to put your data plan onto the SIM as well. But the data plan SIM, once it's into position, will then run monthly so that you have it available when you need it. Now, I would strongly recommend, if you're going to be using this seasonally, so say for example if you're only going on holiday maybe once or twice a year and you're going to use it, don't go for a pay monthly plan. Opt for a pay-as-you-go plan so that you can top it up when you need to, rather than having a monthly recurring cost that's going to be basically dead money. If you're going to use it a lot, if you're a business person and you travel around a lot, then probably a monthly recurring plan will be more beneficial to you. And that's pretty much it. It's a nice little device. Yes, it's not the fastest device in the world. It doesn't utilize the 5G connectivity, and it does unfortunately use a micro USB connector, but that's pretty much the only negative points, and they're only negative points because this isn't a more premium product. Now, they do higher speed ones that do utilize 5G technology, so that if you want something a little bit faster, something a little bit snappier, you can get those, but again, you're going to pay a premium price for that. For the price point, picking this up for about 40 quid, you cannot go wrong for connectivity on the move, and it's a life changer, especially if you've got kids. It's definitely something that they're going to enjoy. Any of you that have got kids know that if there's no Wi-Fi or internet anywhere, it's not worth it. They seem to melt, kids nowadays, if they don't have internet access at all times. So that's been pretty much my review of the Strong 4G MIFI 150D. A very capable little device, nice and sturdy design, with a nice little screen on there. I mean, it's not a most high resolution screen, but again, it does the purpose what it needs to do. Connectivity has been no issue at all for me. Absolutely invaluable little tool. So yes, that's pretty much it. A good solid thumbs up from me here at Gadget Joe for a device like this, for getting people connected online for when you're going out and about. I will leave a link in the description down below as to where you can pick one up for yourself if you do want one, and obviously then you can check any of the other ranges by Strong, but it is, as I mentioned, a brand that you're going to be seeing a lot more of on the channel. So I've been Gadget Joe, this has been the Strong 4G portable hotspot, and until next time, goodbye.